Hello and welcome to the classics. I am back for season 2. I just wanted to get that out of the way, saying hello and welcome back. To any longtime viewer of the channel, I really haven't gone anywhere in terms of the channel uploads. I've had videos coming out every single week, at least one video coming out every single week since I started uploading in May of 2020. I think it was May or June. And I've just been going the entire time. So that's been pretty exciting for me. So I just want to let you guys know I'm in a new environment. I'm currently in South Korea at Korea University, where I've done a semester of schooling, and but I just wanted to say hi. So the second thing I want to talk about is the classics in general. I want to talk about some similarities from season 1 into season 2 and some differences that are going to be occurring. Now, one of the first things I want to talk about is the 52 weeks. 52. Unless it's 52. I can't tell what the mirror image is. But I want to talk about the 52 weeks of the gameplay. So when I did season 1, I did 52 straight weeks of recording. I did not stop. I started throughout the summer. I went into fall when I got really sick, and then into the spring, in which I ended, into the summer before I went off to be a camp counselor for Bible camp. The difference between season 1 and season 2 is that, or the similarity actually I should say first, there will be 52 weeks for season 2, but the difference is how those weeks will form. And I'm going to explain. So in season 1, like I just said, I had 52 uninterrupted weeks all the way through. But for season 2, we might have a break week, or maybe I might take the summer off depending on what job I'm doing, or maybe if there's really hard homework that I have to hit, or I just want to hang out with my friends, or maybe I just need a little bit longer in a video, or whatever I'm doing. I just need some more time. Maybe I might have to take a week off from the classics. I love having all 5 videos come out continuously for that week and keeping that stride. So I want to have 52 weeks, but let's say I do like week 4 and week 5 I have a big project that I have to dedicate a lot of time to. I don't have any time for the classics. Week 5 will be delayed by a week, or maybe 2, depending on what I'm doing. So I'm not going to promise that the videos are going to come out every single week exactly on time the way they did for season 1. I did it for season 1. I'm very proud that it happened for season 1, but I can't promise you 52 continuous weeks. But I can promise you that there will be 52 weeks of season 2. Season 2 of the classics will have 52 weeks. It's going to take a little bit longer than a full year, but there will be a full year's worth of content. And speaking of content, we beat a lot of games on the classics. A whole lot of games. I think like 30 something amount. Like out of like the 80 to 90 that we had, we beat a lot of them. So we had closer to 50. And I really put a lot of time and effort into thinking about how I should handle season 2. Like, should I just keep going until that group of 50 just shrinks to nothing and then add in all the new games that I haven't touched yet? Should I just bring in the new NES and Super Nintendo games? Should I even add in what Nintendo's bringing alongside of that? And I thought, you know what? Let's bring in the NES and Super NES games. With that, that would bring my total up to about 70-ish games. 70, 75, I think. And I was like, that's not bad, it's not bad. And then Nintendo had their lovely Direct where they're like, hey, N64 and Genesis games. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And so now I get to deal with N64 and Genesis. So I was like, well, you know, there's not too many N64 and Genesis games, and if I do pick them, fine. So I'm adding the Genesis and N64 games. Both subsets of games will be added. You'll see the stuff that they had for the N64 and Genesis. But for the N64, I just want to throw this out here right now. Because I haven't started recording, I am adding Paper Mario, the first one in the 64, to the mix. I'm going to add that one. Banjo and Kazooie comes out in January. That one will not be added. I kind of like, and if I decide to change my mind, I decide to change my mind. But like Paper Mario was out in December before I started recording, and if Nintendo keeps adding more and more and more games throughout the year in the 52 weeks that I do this, and I just decide like, you know what, nah. Like, I'm not adding these games. There's way too many games. I need to really shrink it down. Like, there's a nice bubble of games that I think it really fits at. And if I just keep making it bigger before I shrink it down, it's just gonna go crazy. So at the moment, I'm gonna cap it at Paper Mario. So the next thing after that I want to talk about, because we've talked about the 52 weeks that I may be taking a week off. I will be telling you what I'm going to be doing in that week off later. And I've told you that we're adding in 64 and Genesis. Now what's next? The next thing we're going to be talking about is Drawing Sundays. Now you guys may have remembered Drawing Sundays from season 1, where I just drew 5 random games every week, had no idea what they were, had basically, I had the 5 games that I was playing for this week, 5 new games that I knew weren't the old games, and it would just be the same thing every single week for 52 weeks. The similarity in that is that I will be drawing 5 new games every week. The difference is that whether or not I'm keeping them or not. So for season 2, I'm going to be drawing 5 new games for week 1. In week 2, I'll be drawing 5 new games. But the difference is that, let's say there's a game in week 1 that I really like that I want to keep playing. I can keep that game from week 1, and I can only keep 4 from week 2. Okay? And then this goes over, so now I have 5 games to play. And I can do that with 2 games of the previous week. I'm instituting a rule on myself right now that for season 2, whatever week I just came from, if I really want to, I can keep 2 games from the previous week to bring them into the next week. And I can keep doing that as many times as I want. Let's say there's a game I'm really loving, really having a fun time with playing it every week. I can just keep bringing it over. And the way that it'll still stay RNG is that, like, 3 of the games that I've drawn, I have to play. I have no idea what 3 of the games will be. In some sense, I do get to choose by not choosing others. I do choose the ones that I get, but I don't know what I'm grabbing out of that bag. But for Drawing Sundays, I either get to keep all 5 brand new games, 4 brand new games in 1, or 3 brand new games and keep 2 for the remaining week. That's how it's going to be. So 5 and 0, 4 and 1, or 3 and 2. Brain. 3 and 3. Yeah, the 3. Pick number 3, my lord. Anyways, so that's how Drawing Sundays is gonna be. I'm gonna design a template and a layout of how I want it to be. Drawing Sundays are fun to kind of be a little quirky, be a little weird. And also it's like I said before, if I don't have a video ready for that particular week, that week will be delayed. I'm not gonna throw all of them out and then leave one spot blank. That's gonna bug me. So I'd rather delay the entire thing. So even if Drawing Sunday's not ready, the other 5 videos, nope. So we're gonna hold off. But don't worry, I have plans in mind, and like I said before, I'll tell you about them. The next thing I'm gonna tell you about is Twitch Fridays. So every Friday, if you guys didn't know, at I think it's Yoshi's Crash on Twitch, I play random games. Every Friday at around 8 o'clock, I would go to my room in my dorm in my school, and I'd play like Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, or Paper Mario and the Origami King. Those are the 2 games I seem to come back to the most for when I was doing season 1 of the classics. But I'd also play myriad of random other games. Like every Friday, I'd play random stuff like Project Triangle Strategy or Luigi's Mansion or whatever. Whatever I felt like playing, I played that on Friday for 2 hours and I live streamed it and I loved it. I know some live streamers, they can go for hours on end. For me, it's like 2 hours is really, really nice from 8 to 10. If I decide to go longer, that's special. That means I really feel it. If I can't, I can't. So, but I want to say Twitch Fridays will come back as long as I can keep doing them. I can't promise every Friday, but I will try. Now, I've talked about Drawing Sundays, the 52 weeks, the 5 drawings of the games that we're coming in with, and the Twitch Fridays. I want to talk about something brand new that's coming to the channel. I'm calling this At a Glance. Now, if you see... so I'm going to actually be showing some borders throughout here. I'll talk to you about them now, actually. At a glance, you'll actually see this orange border with these little eyes in the corner. I hope I'm pointing at the right corner. Maybe it's this corner. At a glance, the first week basically is going to be about me looking at Nintendo eShop games on the coming soon list. Either like looking at like whatever they got for if you just clicked on it randomly in the eShop, you know, you just tapped on it, you're looking through the photos, you're swiping through it, you're just taking a quick glance at it, maybe reading the description, and that's it. That's all you got before you play the game. I'll do that for like a week or so of the Nintendo Switch Online games, or maybe I'll take a picture of like a building that I've never entered before, and I'll tell you what I think is inside of it, or maybe I'll grab a DVD or a book, and I'll tell you what I think it's about before I even read it or even see it, because I kind of want this series, like so many people literally judge a book based on its cover. They look at a menu or they look at a movie, and all they see is whatever is on that picture or on that description or like that really small blurb, and they judge whether or not they want to eat it, see it, or whatever. And I was like, you know what, that'd be kind of cool to take that not only at games, but at real life. So maybe I'll just stick to games, maybe I'll stick to movies, maybe I'll stick to other things I take pictures of. I have no idea. I want At a Glance to evolve and become its own thing. That should be coming out on Saturdays, every Saturday. Again, with the just like the Twitch Fridays, I cannot promise that it will come out every single week. I will try, but I cannot promise. So I just want to throw that out there. Also, I told you that I would be talking about borders. Now, borders are very important to me for Season 2 because I kind of want to add a little bit more flavor to what you see in the thumbnail. Like, if you see my border, you know it's my video as opposed to somebody else's. If you see this little C in the bottom left-hand corner, I think it's left-hand corner, that's the classics, because I can't put it in the other corner. It just didn't feel right. If you see the controller in the other corner, the controller will tell you whatever system we're playing on, be it the N64 or the Genesis, the NES, or the SNES. That is what the border will be. Sometimes, if I'm playing the game for the first time in Season 2, you'll see a little border on top where it says Season 2, so you know we're starting from, like, this game is starting at Season 2. That point is where it started at. So I kind of want that to differentiate it. But after that Season 2 border for that first video of that game in Season 2, it'll be a regular border with the controller and the C. Maybe I might add the Season 2 with the controller, or maybe it'll just be the C by itself. I'm still figuring it out. I think I might add the Season 2 with the C and the controller. The controller might look a little different, but like that's how it's going to be for the first video. After that, the Season 2 border at the top will disappear, and it'll just be the C and the controller. But then I also have the Drawing Sundays border, and I have the At a Glance border. So you'll see the purple is generally the classics, the green is Drawing Sundays, and the orange is At a Glance. So that's how you're kind of supposed to be able to tell, if I see that border, I know what kind of video I'm looking into. So I told you guys earlier in the video that I might not be able to do every single week for the classics, and that some weeks I might have to skip, maybe one or two. Now, this is where one of my side projects is going to fill that void. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the Classics Extended. I'll throw up the order now. Alright, so the Classics Extended looks like the Classics, but the biggest difference is that you'll see an C with a small E inside of it. If you see that C and the E, know that it's Classics Extended. You may say, Roddy, well, what is Classics Extended? Glad you asked. Now, this extended version of the Classics is where I have several games that I am going to be playing through, such as Breath of Fire, Earthbound, Final Fantasy III, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, or Super Mario RPG. These games are not traditional. These games will not be in the drawing for Season 2. I'm taking these games out of the drawing for Season 2. And so if I ever have a week where I need some time, I can't really focus on moving forward or whatever, I'll take one of the extended series and I'll just record like an hour and 15 minutes. I'll chop it up into like 5 videos, and then I'll just send it out, and you guys can watch those 5 videos for that week, or maybe 4 or 3, or however much time I have to record, and just chop it up into. That's what you'll get for that week, is for extended. Because these, I think it's 5 games. Yeah, these 5 games are over 10 hours, and if I play them traditionally by drawing them, it would take a million years. So I figure, if I need some time, I can easily just sit down for any one of those games, well, most of those games, and just play them for like an hour, and I should be fine. So that's where the Classics Extended is going to be. I think I'll start with Final Fantasy 3. I've been really enjoying that game, so I think that's the one that's probably going to be put in place if I ever need a week where I'm just going to throw out random game. And for the Classics Extended, great. If I finish 3 before Season 2 ends somehow, Final Fantasy 3 ends, I'll move on to the next game. But I just want to say that that'll be my first go-to to fill in that empty week, is the Classics Extended. If I can't do it with the regular Classics, Extended will fill its place. So, one of the things I want to talk about also with taking out games, there are 2 games that I'm taking out at the moment, maybe a third. And I will tell you why I'm taking them out of the drawing, and if you feel like backseat gaming, I approve these 2 games. This is Kirby 8 Games in 1 and Secret of Mana. Now, Kirby 8 Games in 1, I don't understand the Great Cave Offensive, and I don't really feel like looking into it. So if you guys want to watch the videos that I've done so far and be like, Rodney, you were so close to being done. This is all you do to finish. I'm like, great. I'll put it back in the drawing. I'll play the game. I'll finish off the game. Great. Secret of Mana, I kid you not. Somebody needs to tell me everything that I'm doing. I don't care if you explain to me, like, the next hour of the game and, like, a pair... Oh, actually, I do care. But, like, help me along. If you help me along with Secret of Mana continuously in the comment section, I will keep playing that game. If no one feels like helping me, I don't feel like crushing my controller into my hand. I do not like Secret of Mana. I do not like it at all. I want to like it, but I don't. So, at the moment, those 2 games are not going to be in the drawing. They're not going to be in Extended. These 2, I'm locking up until either somebody tells me how to beat them or I feel the urge to beat them. I'm just going to put them there. The last thing that I want to talk about, as it regards to my channel, is another side spin-off project. I've been wanting to do this, honestly, since 2019. When Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out in 2018, do complete World of Light with all these characters. You could probably just do a run with just Kirby and beat everything. And you could unlock the characters in your way. And I thought, wow, wouldn't that be kind of cool if they gave you the I think it's 12 DLC characters at the very beginning, and you only were allowed to use those 12. Like, all of the souls of the characters have been taken over, and only the DLC characters are left to save what's left of the world, or I don't know, whatever kind of story you want to base it off of. So, I don't know what kind of logic that is. But basically, I want to play through Super Smash Bros. World of Light with just the DLC characters. I'm not allowed to pick any other character other than the ones that were purchasable. And yes, I'm including Piranha Plant because he did not come with the base game and you can purchase him. So, from Piranha Plant all the way to Sora, those characters are the only characters I can play World of Light in. And I want to see if you can do that. I want to see if it's possible. Now, you have to in order to do this, you have to already beat World of Light and to get the New Game Plus feature where you get all the characters from the beginning. So I'm going to be playing New Game Plus with the DLC characters on World of Light. This is going to be my challenge to me. If anyone else has done this, fine. I hope I'm the first. If not, whatever. I feel like doing this. So, I really hope that explains a lot of what's happening in terms of Season 2 of the Classics. With the 52 weeks being off and on, the Extended taking its place, and if I don't have Extended, maybe a Smash Brothers video taking the place of that, like once a week. I think I might do that, or some other game. If I feel like playing another game and just posting a video out like once a week, if I can't get anything else, I should be able to do Smash at the very least. But if I'm just not up for it, maybe I'll play something else, maybe I'll do something else. At least one video will come out a week, I can guarantee that. We'll have 52 weeks of the Classics, Extended filling that in, and then Smash if I can't do that, and then something else filling in if I can't do Smash. Genesis N64 games are coming back. Drawing Sundays are being changed slightly. Storage Fridays are staying at a glance as brand new with Extended, Classics Extended, and Locked, and Ultimate Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC at the ready. So I don't think I missed anything on the top of my head. I want to say thank you so much to anybody who has subscribed, who's been continually watching my videos. I genuinely and graciously thank you for your support and your continued watching. I love what I do. Even if I don't have a million subscribers, that's fine. I really have a blast doing this. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's one of the things I've been really looking forward to while I've been in Korea. Is coming back home to continue on with this project. So, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and share. And one last thing that I just remembered. I'm going to be changing my channel name to YCG because Yoshi's Crash, no one remembers. And every time I tell somebody that, they're like, Yoshi Crash? I'm like, no, Yoshi's Crash. One word or two? It's two. So YCG. YCG. That's what my channel's going to be called. YCG. Yoshi's Crash Gaming. So, there you go. Like, subscribe, and share. It all really helps. And as always, have a fantastic day. And I will see you on Season 2 of The Classics.